What's going on, guys? It's Poke50 again, and we're back to do a progress update about how things are going with the business. If you don't know me or my channel, I'm a full-time police officer who has always loved Pokemon. In January of this year, I started a Pokemon e-commerce business and plan to document every step of the way that I can to be transparent with you guys, potential customers, and others who maybe want to do the same thing that I'm doing. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you want to learn a thing or two about the Pokemon trading card business from a guy who doesn't know everything about it. In January, I started an LLC to lay the foundation for what I hope will be a very widely successful trading card business. I've had my fair share of positives while doing this so far, and I've also had a few bumps in the road, which is kind of what I want to talk about with you guys today. For the first 2 months, things were very steady. We averaged 5 orders a day on TCG Player, eBay, and our website. I fulfilled a total of 320 orders for an average of roughly 5.3 orders a day. We spent a total of $2,418 and made a total of $4,789. As I've mentioned before, I'm a little bit different from others who are trying to do the same thing because I've started using my personal collection that I've amassed over the years to begin selling, whereas others, they have to find a way to get product and be more creative than that. All of that seems great, but let's talk about the bumps I mentioned before. As we've seen in recent times, there are many people out there that are looking to do the same thing that I am, or at least in showing interest in doing the same thing. What I don't see from most creators documenting this is the paper end of the process. And what I mean by that is what's required for you to operate legally where you are. Depending on where you live, this could be more or less. Where I am, there are a number of documents and licenses required to operate legally. When I initially watched a large creator on the step-by-step process on how to create a Pokemon business, what I don't recall seeing is forming an LLC, or at least how to start forming an LLC, and making sure you have certain requirements attached to your profile before launching your brand. Looking back at it now, it's totally my fault for not checking into it further. While establishing an LLC early on put me in a good position, there were several other things that I did not have attached to my business profile that hinders the process greatly. Some of those things that I was missing are bank statements, my driver's license, business insurance, and a business bank account, which I had none of those things attached to my profile. It has been approximately 7 days since I've added these things to my profile, but it's severely hindered my progress. As it currently stands, Wix is holding a large portion of purchase funding in the void until these documents have finished being reviewed. I need you guys to keep in mind that I am very small time in the grand scheme of things, and every dollar counts to maintain momentum. It has been 2 weeks and 3 days since this issue arose, and my sales have all but stopped. I have a theory as to why this is, but it's not definitive, nothing set in concrete. I'm just being transparent of why I think things are the way they are, and again, where we do good and where we do bad. I want to be clear on all of those things. Because I did not provide proof of these things before fully launching my brand, it takes an average of 3 to 7 business days to verify and satisfy the legal requirements of Wix. Not only that, they asked for 4 pieces of proof in regard to those documents previously stated. It took them 3 to 7 business days to process those documents for review, and then they asked for 4 additional pieces of proof in regards to those documents in addition to other documents that will now take them 3 to 7 days to process them as well. If it's anything like the first time, I won't get a reply until the 7th day. The kicker of all of this is that once those requirements are approved, the funds that they have in the void will be released for an estimated arrival date. But even at that point, it will take another average 3 to 7 business days for it to fully show in my bank account. I've had to pause all other forms of payment except for PayPal. In my opinion, this significantly hinders growth because customers don't always have the same approach to paying. In other words, I have made it much harder to purchase from my website at the moment in order to prevent further funds going into an untouchable void. Everything is not always as it seems. I'm still learning. There's a lot of good things coming from this. There's also a lot of bad things that are coming from this. And it's just part of the process. If you guys are going through the same things that I'm going through, or if you're learning from this, please interact with this in some way or another so that I know that this is helpful, or if I know if it's not helpful, or just let me know that if you learned something from it. But alright guys, that about sums it up, and it's going to do it for now. If you guys are looking for untampered, collector-sourced products, check out thenorthtcg.com. And other than that, I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching or listening. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.